Noise. There's a lot of it these days, especially when it comes to technology.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
And with so much noise, it's hard to distinguish what really matters to your business. Some companies think that more tech will deliver clarity. But with every new platform comes another layer of complexity, less flexibility, cost pressures.
Almost.
More noise. But the answer isn't less tech, it's how we orchestrate it. So systems make sense. Networks collaborate.
All booked. Calendar updated.
And we create a world that isn't just smarter,
Stream Kids playlist.
far more intelligent. Because when people, systems, and technology work together, that's not noise. That's the sound of limitless possibilities. And that's music to everyone's ears.
In the dynamic world of networking, leadership demands more than occasional breakthroughs. It thrives on relentless innovation. We work hand in hand with our customers, steering through the waves of technological change together. For 12 years running, what has propelled us to be leaders in global WAN? It all began with a bold dream: empowering enterprises to expand globally with robust and seamless network connectivity. Our vision turned into reality through the creation of extensive MPLS and Ethernet networks, enhancing connectivity for businesses across the globe. These networks fortified data center interconnections and set the stage for future innovations. As businesses journeyed to the cloud, we charted the course with our SLA-driven internet and cloud interconnects, delivering unmatched reliability and efficiency. Our networks evolved into intelligent ecosystems, paving the way for network virtualization and software-defined networking. When remote working became the new norm, secure access was non-negotiable. We stepped up with Zero Trust Network Access. By integrating network and security into our SASE solutions, we ensured seamless, secure access wherever you are, while protecting enterprises against emerging AI-driven threats. Powered by AI, automation, and digital twins, we began modeling networks before deployment, boosting first-time right implementations. Our operating model evolved too, with automated tracking and intelligent escalation, bringing speed and precision to operations. As AI-first workloads and data growth reshape enterprises, networks had to evolve again. We strengthened data center interconnects to move AI traffic securely, backed by quantum-safe encryption. Being recognized as a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for Global WAN for 13 consecutive years isn't just our history, it's our promise to keep you connected and future-ready.
Good morning, shareholders. We are pleased to welcome you to the 40th annual general meeting of your company. This meeting is being held through video conferencing and has been convened in accordance with the relevant circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The company has taken all necessary steps to ensure that all the shareholders are provided with the opportunity to participate in the AGM through video conferencing. The proceedings of this meeting is also being webcast live on the NSDL platform. In accordance with the Articles of Association of the company, Mr. N.G. Subramaniam, Chairman of the Board, will chair this meeting. Although most of the shareholders would be well versed with the procedure to participate through video conferencing, let me quickly take you through the steps for participation. All the shareholders have, by default, been put on mute to avoid any background noise. For the Q&A session, the name of the shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers will be announced one by one. Each speaker shareholder will then be given an option by the moderator to unmute themselves, express their views, and ask their questions. To display their video, speaker shareholder can click the video button once on their device. It will take a few seconds for the video to come on. Shareholders are requested not to repeatedly click on the video button till the video is displayed. We request the shareholders to speak steady and loud so that we can note down the questions properly. Speaker shareholders are requested to ensure that their Wi-Fi connections are not being used for any other purpose and that there is no other application running in the background. Please ensure that proper lighting is there in order to have a good audio and video experience. In case a speaker shareholder is experiencing any connectivity problem at their end, we will request the next shareholder to speak. Once the connectivity problems are resolved, the shareholder will be requested to speak again after the other shareholders have concluded. All shareholders are requested to limit their speaking time to 3 minutes each. If you have any additional questions, you may email them to us. For any technical issues faced by the shareholders during the AGM, you may reach out to the NSDL helpline provided in the AGM notice. We have the requisite quorum in attendance through video conferencing, and with the permission of the chairperson, I call this meeting to order. I'd like to inform that the representatives of our promoters, namely Tata Sons Private Limited and Panadon Finvest Limited, have joined the meeting through video conferencing. We have representatives of Messrs. S.R. Bartley Boy and Associates, LLP, statutory auditors, Messrs. Parikh and Associate, secretarial auditors, Ms. Ketki D. Visaria, cost auditor, and Mr. Upendra Shukla, scrutinizer for the e-voting process, attending this meeting. The e-voting facility is open for shareholders attending the meeting who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting and will remain open for 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. Shareholders may cast their votes electronically on the NSDL e-voting platform during this time. There will be no proposing or seconding of the resolutions. The directors of the company are attending the meeting from our registered office at VSB Fort, Mumbai, and through video conferencing. I now invite each of the board members to introduce themselves. May we start with Chairman Mr. N.G. Subramaniam.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am N. Ganapati Subramaniam, Chairperson of the Board and a Non-Executive Director of your company. I am also a member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee.
Thank you. Mr. Krishna Kumar Natarajan.
Good morning, shareholders. I am Krishna Kumar Natarajan, Independent Director of your company. I chair the Nominations and Remunerations Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
Thank you. Mr. Ashok Sinha.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am Ashok Sinha, Independent Director of your company. I chair the Audit Committee and the Corporate Social Responsibility, Safety and Sustainability Committee, and I am a member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ankur Verma.
Good morning, shareholders. I am Ankur Verma, Non-Executive Director of your company. I am a member of the Audit Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
Thank you. Ms. Sangeeta Anand.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Sangeeta Anand, Independent Director of your company. I'm a member of the Risk Management Committee, and I'm pleased to be attending this annual general meeting today.
Thank you. Mr. Sujit Kumar Verma.
Good morning, shareholders. I am Sujit Kumar Verma, Independent Director of your company. I am a member of the Audit Committee, Stakeholders Relationship Committee, and the Corporate Social Responsibility, Safety and Sustainability Committee.
Mr. Jagdish Rao is joining through video conferencing from US. Mr. Jagdish Rao.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am Jagdish Rao, Independent Director of your company, and I am joining this meeting by video conferencing from New York in the United States. I chair the Risk Management Committee and am also a member of the Corporate Social Responsibility, Safety and Sustainability Committee.
Thank you. Mr. Ganesh Lakshminarayanan.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am Ganesh Lakshminarayanan, Managing Director and CEO of your company. I am pleased to be part of this annual general meeting for the first time as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company.
Thank you. I now invite our CFO to introduce himself.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am Siddharth Mundra, Chief Financial Officer of Tata Communications, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this annual general meeting today.
Thank you, Siddharth. The notice and the integrated annual report containing the director's report and the report of the statutory and secretarial auditors and the financial statements of the company have been sent to the shareholders through electronic mode. With the permission of the shareholders, may we take the notice of the meeting as read. As mentioned in the AGM notice, the following resolutions are proposed for the approval of the shareholders. Approval of the standalone and consolidated financial statements. Declaration of dividend of rupees 17.50 per equity share. Appointment of Mr. N. Ganpati Subramaniam as Director, liable to retire by rotation. Ratification of cost writers' remuneration for 26-27. And appointment of Mr. Ganesh Lakshminarayanan as Director and as Managing Director and CEO of the company. The reports of the statutory auditors on the standalone and consolidated financial statements and the secretarial auditor do not contain any qualifications or adverse remarks. With the consent of the shareholders, we will take the reports of the statutory auditors and secretarial auditor as read. The registers as mandated under the Companies Act 2013 and the documents specified in the AGM notice are available for inspection by the shareholders. May I now request Mr. N.G. Subramaniam, Chairman of the meeting, to address the shareholders.
Thank you, Zubin. Dear shareholders, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the management team, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 40th Annual General Meeting of Tata Communications Limited. It's always a privilege to connect with you, and I would like to begin by thanking you for your continued trust and confidence in your company. Your support remains the foundation of our progress and inspires us to keep moving forward with purpose and discipline. As I reflect on the past year, what stands out is not just the progress we have made, but the clarity with which we are navigating an increasingly complex and fast-changing digital world. Over the last few years, Tata Communications has been on a purposeful journey, transforming from a traditionally connectivity provider into a future-ready digital solutions partner. This transformation has been deliberate, anchored in long-term thinking, and a strong understanding of how enterprise needs are evolving. This year, that direction has strengthened further. As chairperson of your company, my focus continues to be on ensuring that we strike the right balance between near-term performance and long-term positioning. In a measured demand environment, this means sustaining growth with discipline while continuing to invest in building differentiated capabilities that will define your company's future. Equally important is our ability to deepen our relevance to customers, understanding their evolving challenges and delivering solutions that are integrated, scalable, and trusted. Financial year 26 reflects steady and meaningful progress across each of these priorities, reinforcing the strength of our strategy and consistency of our execution. Even as global IT spending trends remained measured, your company delivered a stable and encouraging performance. Supported by strong customer trust and the depth of our capabilities, we continue to scale our digital platforms while investing in cloud, security, and AI-led solutions to drive our future growth. We reported a consolidated revenue of 24,803 crores from operations reflecting a growth of 7.3% year-on-year. This was driven by the continued strength of our data portfolio, which grew over 9% during the year. Our robust digital portfolio that reached 10,621 crore, registering a growth of 16.7%. EBITDA margins stood at 19.4%, while profit after tax for the reporting year was 1,044 crores. Our focus on disciplined execution and operational efficiency translated into strong cash generation and balance sheet improvement. Free cash flows increased to 1,474 crores and net debt to EBITDA reduced to below 2x, reinforcing the strength of our financial position and our ability to consistently create long-term value. Reflecting this performance and our commitment to delivering sustained shareholder returns, the board has proposed a final dividend of 17.5 rupees per share for the year ended 31st March 2026. Let me outline the evolving technology landscape. We are operating in a world that is becoming more complex by the day, shaped by rapid advances in technology and evolving enterprise expectations. What is particularly striking is not just the pace of change, but its compounding nature. What once evolved over decades is now unfolding within much shorter cycles. Technologies such as AI, hybrid cloud, edge computing, and cybersecurity are no longer emerging trends. They are actively reshaping how enterprises operate and compete. Increasingly, organizations are moving away from fragmented systems towards more integrated and unified architectures. In this environment, enterprises are not just looking for service providers. They are seeking trusted partners who can simplify complexity and orchestrate their digital landscape with reliability and scale. In line with these shifts, your company has continued to strengthen its portfolio with AI-ready capabilities that enable enterprises to scale with confidence, control, and clarity. Our newly launched offerings, including Tata Communications IZO plus multi-cloud network, the Edge distribution platform, and ThreatSpan, are focusing on simplifying operations, breaking down silos, and enabling seamless, secure connectivity across complex hybrid and multi-cloud environments. We have further enhanced our capabilities through IZO Data Center Dynamic Connectivity, a software-defined solution that enables on-demand, high-performance private networks across digital ecosystems. At the core of our AI stack is Tata Communications Vayu AI Cloud, along with our AI Studio, providing a secure and governed environment to develop, deploy, and scale AI solutions. We also strengthened our AI journey through the acquisition of a majority stake in Commotion Incorporated, an AI-native enterprise SaaS platform. Leveraging this capability, we launched our Voice AI platform, an industry-first speech-to-speech solution delivering real-time multilingual interactions powered by agentic AI. If FY25 focused on preparing for AI, FY26 reflects its broader enterprise-wide adoption. What started as experimentation is now taking shape as practical applications across customer engagement, software development, and operations. As adoption scales, it is driving increased demand for digital infrastructure while deepening the focus on data governance, security, and responsible deployment. Your company is actively building the architectural foundation required to support this shift. Looking ahead, we see the next phase emerging, the transition from generative to agentic AI. These systems will not just respond, they will fundamentally change how work gets done. They will plan, decide, and act autonomously. Realizing this vision will require a unified architecture across networks, cloud, data, and security. With our strong foundation, integrated capabilities and deep customer relationships, Tata Communications is well positioned to play a meaningful role in this transformation. One of the most encouraging aspects of our journey is the continued strength of our customer relationships. Our Net Promoter Score has further strengthened to 83, placing us among the best in the industry. This reflects our continued focus on delivering consistent, high-quality customer experiences. At a time when digital systems are becoming mission-critical, trust has emerged as a defining differentiator. At Tata Communications, trust is built on a foundation of strong governance, security, and consistent execution. It is this foundation that underpins our new corporate brand identity, Together, Limitless. This is not just a brand statement, it reflects how we work with our customers and partners to unlock new possibilities. In terms of sustainability remains a core pillar of your company's strategy as we continue to advance our commitment to sustainable and inclusive growth. Aligned with the Tata Group's Project Alingana, we are making steady progress across climate action, resource stewardship, and community resilience. During the year, renewable energy accounted for 42% of our total energy consumption, and we achieved a 35% reduction in Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions from our FY 2021-22 baseline. We continue to improve energy efficiency and advance our low-carbon transition while strengthening circularity and biodiversity initiatives. Beyond our operations, our community initiatives such as Vitalize Rural, Nannir, and Project Sakjeevan are creating meaningful impact in water stewardship, habitat restoration, and community resilience, helping build a more sustainable and inclusive future. In a business defined by innovation and rapid change, it is the depth of our talent, the strength of our leadership, and the agility of our teams that enable us to adapt and lead. We continue to invest in our people, building future-ready skills, fostering culture of inclusion and collaboration, and creating an environment where our people can grow and thrive. It is this collective capability and commitment that underpins our resilience today and will drive our success in the years ahead. This year marked an important phase of leadership transition for the company. We extend our sincere appreciation to Mr. A.S. Lakshminarayanan for his outstanding leadership over more than 7 years as Managing Director and CEO of your company. His contributions have been instrumental in shaping your company's journey. We also thank Mr. Kabir Ahmad Shakir for strengthening our financial discipline and resilience during a period of significant transformation for your company. We would like to place on record our deep appreciation for the services of Ms. Genius Wong, who was with the company for almost 2 decades as Executive Vice President, Core and Next Gen Connectivity Services, and Mr. Sivasamban Natarajan, who retired as Executive Vice President, Global Operations. I would like to warmly welcome Mr. Ganesh Lakshminarayanan as Managing Director and CEO, and Mr. Siddharth Mundra as Chief Financial Officer. I would also like to welcome Mr. Vivek Manglik, who has joined the company as Business Head, Interaction Fabric, Mr. Rupesh Chokshi, who has joined as Business Head, Network Services, and Mr. Vivek Srivastava, who is soon to join as Business Head, Cloud and Cybersecurity Services. The board looks forward to the fresh energy that they will bring as we continue to build the next phase of our growth. Each of these transitions reflects the natural evolution of the organization as we align ourselves with the next phase of growth, while continuing to uphold the strong governance standards that define Tata Communications. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the invaluable guidance, insight, and governance oversight provided over the last 5 years by Mr. Krishna Kumar Natarajan, whose term as independent director of your company is due to end in the coming week. On behalf of the board and the management, I extend our sincere gratitude and appreciation for his meaningful contributions to the company and wish him well in his endeavors. Before I conclude, on behalf of the board, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our management team, employees, customers, bankers, partners, and business associates for their continued commitment and hard work. I also thank the Department of Telecommunications and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, for their support, and the Tata Group for their guidance and belief in our vision. Finally, I would like to thank all our shareholders for your continued trust and confidence in our company. We move ahead with confidence, committed to shaping the future of digital infrastructure and delivering meaningful outcomes for all our stakeholders. With that, I now invite Ganesh to address the shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for those warm words and for the confidence the board has placed in me. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our shareholders. It's a privilege to address you for the first time as MD and CEO, especially as we celebrate 4 decades of trust and execution. I take on this responsibility with humility and respect for the leaders who have shaped Tata Communication over those 4 decades. My sincere thanks to Lakshmi, Kabir, and the entire leadership team for building the strong foundation we have today. The chairman spoke of a purposeful journey. Over the next few minutes, I would like to take you through that journey, how far we have come, where the future growth opportunities are, and how your company is positioning itself to lead. Our progress has been deliberate and built in phases. In phase 1, which went from FY20 to FY23, it was about strengthening the fundamentals. We focused on financial fitness, improved cost discipline, and built a stronger balance sheet. As a result, our ROCE increased from 21% to 28%, and EBITDA margin expanded from 23% to 24%, achieving all our financial goals. From FY23 to FY26, we entered phase 2, which was about investing for future growth. We accelerated investments in digital platforms, cloud, and security. We made strategic acquisitions. While this led to a temporary reduction in ROCE and EBITDA margins of 15% and 19% respectively, it significantly strengthened our capabilities. It deepened our relevance to customers. It helped us to diversify the portfolio. Our next phase will be about profitable growth. Our focus now is on converting these investments into scale, stronger margins, ROCE improvement, and sustainable long-term value. As you could see, each phase is built on the last one. This gives me confidence that your company is well positioned for the next stage of growth. The momentum is visible in the numbers. Over FY22 to FY26, our revenue grew at an 8.2% CAGR to reach almost 25,000 crores, 24,800 crores. Our data business grew even faster at 10.8% CAGR to 21,352 crores. That is exactly the higher quality, higher growth revenue we want to lean into. But the most telling story sits within data. Our digital portfolio has nearly tripled from 3,700 crores to 10,600 crores in FY26. The growth was led by platforms and software-led products like the ISO MCC connectivity product, our multi-cloud networking, our voice AI platform, the ThreatsPlan platform, and the Vayu AI Studio. Digital now contributes to 50% of our data revenue. in the last quarter of FY26, our core connectivity was surpassed for the first time by digital revenue, and 51% of the data revenue came from our digital products. None of our progress matters unless it makes us more relevant to our customers. And that is where the strongest signals are coming from. Customers continue to choose us for three reasons: technical competence, service excellence, and global coverage. The results show up across three dimensions. We are growing with our customers, not just adding new ones. Our $10 million customer club has doubled in the last 3 years. 70% of our customers in the $5 million plus segment now use 3 or more of our product towers. It signals deeper multi-product customer relationships across the product towers we have. More of our business is also coming through multi-year contracts, giving us a stronger and more predictable revenue visibility. Secondly, the customer satisfaction continues to improve, with our net promoter score rising from 70 in FY22 to 83 in FY26. This is placing us among the best in the industry. And lastly, the market is recognizing this progress as well. Analyst coverage has tripled. Our leadership positions in key industry reports have doubled to 20, and we continue to maintain the highest AAA credit rating. Customers place greater trust in us. Analysts and rating agencies reach the same conclusion. It is the clearest affirmation that we are creating lasting value and strengthening our future. As the chairman noted, sustainability is not a parallel agenda for us. It's embedded in how we run the business and how we create long-term value. This year, we have made good progress on that journey. We have reduced our scope 1 and 2 emissions by 35% from our baseline. Today, 42% of our operation energy comes from renewable sources. We have also stayed committed to the zero waste to landfill. We continue working towards our goals of becoming carbon neutral by 2030 and net zero by 2035. Our climate efforts were recognized globally with the CDP Climate Leadership Band rating in 2025. Equally important is our commitment to people and communities. Through Project Empowered Plus, we are empowering women to build digital skills and access new livelihood opportunities. I am particularly proud that our employees contributed more than 88,000 hours in volunteering this year, reflecting the strong culture of giving back that which defines Tata Communication. Internally, we continue to improve the diversity of our workforce with our women mix now at 23.5%. These are encouraging milestones. It reinforces our belief that sustainable business practices are fundamental to delivering enduring value for all of our stakeholders. I would like to briefly mention the corporate and product recognition we have received. On the product and technology side, we were named a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for global WAN services for the 13th consecutive year. On the corporate and ESG side, we were rated a leader by the NSG ESG ratings for FY25. This is the second consecutive year we have received leadership band. On workplace and people front, we have been featured among India's 100 best companies to work for. We have also featured as India's best workplaces in health and wellness. We are certified as a great place to work in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE, and Sri Lanka geographies. Before I close, let me leave you with some perspective on the environment we are operating in. There are tailwinds we intend to convert into growth, and the headwinds we are actively managing. The good news is that our biggest growth drivers are structural. They are not short-term trends, but long-term shifts that play directly into our strength. First, AI is fundamentally changing what enterprises expect from networks. Workloads such as model training, inferencing, and agentic AI, they demand ultra-low latency, high throughput, and enterprise-grade resilience. Consumer-grade networks simply cannot serve these workloads. Our global enterprise-grade network is built for B2B, and it's got a clear competitive advantage. Second, the global build-out of data centers is accelerating. India is emerging as a major hub. As capacity grows, so does the demand for high-speed connectivity, secure networking, cloud interconnection, and cross-border data movement. All of this directly benefit our digital infrastructure portfolio. Third, we are entering the era of the AI workforce. Enterprises are deploying AI agents across customer service, sales, collections, and support. These experiences rely on real-time communication, intelligent orchestration capabilities, and predictable network performance. Our CPaaS capabilities, which are further strengthened by the Commotion acquisition, will play a big part in serving this opportunity. This, combined with our purpose-built enterprise-grade global network, they position us uniquely to power this next generation of customer segment. And finally, data sovereignty has become central to enterprise strategy. The governments and regulators in multiple markets increasingly are requiring more data to be stored and processed locally. Sovereign infrastructure starts with sovereign access to the data. We at your company have the end-to-end offering to provide sovereign, secure access to the local data. Enterprise now need trusted partners with both global reach and strong local infrastructure. That is exactly where Tata Communications stands apart. The headwinds are largely cyclical or executional, and we have plans to manage each one of them. The network pricing continues to be competitive. Our response is straightforward. We move up the value chain with differentiated network capabilities. You saw the products we have launched, integrated digital infrastructure, and increasing value-added services that drive customer stickiness and protect margin. Supply chain continues to require close attention from the entire technology industry. Lead times for networking equipment, semiconductors, and AI infrastructure remains unpredictable. We have diversified our supplier base significantly, although some constraints continue to persist. Cybersecurity is another area where risks are growing. Cyber threats are becoming faster, smarter, and AI-driven. These threats evolve in real time, often faster than the traditional defenses can adapt. As attackers weaponize AI, we are using AI to fight back. We are shifting from reactive detection to proactive intelligence, which will lead to protection to neutralize these threats. And finally, geopolitical uncertainty remains a reality. From subsea cable disruptions to inflationary pressures, these factors require continuous monitoring and mitigation. So if I were to summarize it in one line, the tailwinds are structural, durable, and aligned to our strategy. Our headwinds are largely cyclical or executional, and we have clear plans to mitigate each. That gives us confidence, not just in the year ahead, but in the long-term trajectory of your business. Finally, I would like to thank all our shareholders for your continued trust and confidence in your company. I personally feel that I have been blessed with a great asset built over many years of hard work by the team. I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity. My effort will be to protect and enhance this great institution, which is truly a global asset. My commitment to you is that we will move forward with continued obsession on customer success, respect for capital, care for people, and an unwavering focus on long-term value creation. Thank you for your trust, your continued support, and your belief in the future of this company. The future, I believe, is limitless. I look forward to building that future together with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, NGS and Ganesh. We shall now take questions from the shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers.
Dear shareholders, when your name is announced, you will get an invitation to unmute your microphone. Kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on, and ask your question. Kindly restrict your queries or questions to a maximum of 3 minutes.
Our first speaker shareholder is Dr. Arun Kumar Bopanna. Dr. Bopanna, please go ahead.
Dr. Bopanna, could you kindly unmute your microphone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can now hear you.
1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
So, there's a net problem. I've been struggling with the net in the communications company. Sorry for the chairman, sir. Good morning to everybody. Thanks to Zubin, Riddhi and team for arranging the VC. Sir, technology changes every day. How will Tata Communications find its winning way? As AI, 6G and GCC redefine the race, how will Tata Communications strengthen its global place and race? With grace, I mean. As AI transforms each role and skill, will TCL help talent future ready still? How will TCL stay ahead with innovations? Will innovation give you the lead? Sir, you said fiber to fabric integration, but within Trump world, it is being human disintegration. It's a sad thing. So while we work on in AC rooms, we're enjoying all the facilities. I'd like to pay a tribute to the sea divers, particularly a lady called Atulya KV from Kerala. Because TCL operates undersea cables across oceans to keep us connected with internet, etc. A world of submarine cables carrying the heartbeat of internet, a world of offshore structures powering my nation's homes and hopes. And when those facilities falter, someone has to answer the call. Atulya KV is one leader, first woman commercial deep diver from Kerala. She descends where few dare to go, into darkness through restless currents, beneath crushing pressure, to inspect, to repair, to welcome, to weld and to restore. For her, one dive, one mission, one visible thread, holding millions of lives together. She works beneath the sea, so the pulse of our connected world never misses one. For us, connection is effortless. For her, it is earned, one breath, one descent, one dive at a time. Yet the ocean is never an enemy to conquer, to her to conquer. It is a living world, ancient and alive, home to creatures long before us and long after us. So the next time a message arrives in an instant, a video streams through without a pause, our loved one's voice travels across continents, we have to remember the sea divers and their efforts to maintain their life. Somewhere beneath the endless blue, where light cannot reach, someone is quickly stitching the world back together. One dive, one repair, one ocean. An extraordinary woman. I have goosebumps talking about her. With this, I salute her and thank you for the patient hearing. It's always wonderful attending a Tata EGM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bopanna. Second speaker shareholder is Mr. Gautam Tiwari.
Mr. Gautam Tiwari has not joined the meeting. We could move on to our next speaker shareholder.
Third speaker shareholder is Mr. Vinay Bede.
Mr. Bhide, could you kindly unmute your microphone?
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Chairman Mr. Ganapati, Managing Director and CEO Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, other directors present on call today, company executives and fellow shareholders. As already announced, my name is Vinay Bhide. I am a long-term supporter and shareholder of Tatacom, and I am speaking from Mumbai. At the outset, let me congratulate Team Tatacom for having performed exceedingly well in very turbulent times, and also having documented that in a nicely and neatly prepared annual report. So also, I thank our chairman, Mr. Ganapati, as well as our incoming CEO, Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, for having given us perspective of what we have done so far and what lies ahead for us shareholders into the future. Now, having said that, I have given the annual report a reading and I have a few questions to ask of the board. And the questions, with your permission, sir, are as follows. The questions are basically intended to have a better understanding of both the present as well as the future of Tatacom. The first question is on the finance costs. Finance costs in consolidated accounts appear to be in control. For standalone working, they are up by 100 crores. What was the average cost of borrowing in the concluded financial year and the prior financial year? That is one question on the finance cost. The second question is that what measures are taken to keep borrowing and interest costs in control? So that was on the subject of finance costs. Further, in consolidated working, I have found that USA revenues are up from 4874 crores to 6247 crores. The question here is that what are the highlights of this good working, and is it that revenues is it that it has been contributed by revenues from new or the existing customers? The third question is on the subsidiaries as well as joint ventures. We have listed 66 subsidiaries and 3 joint ventures. The question is it possible to repatriate profits from stable profit-making subsidiaries? A further question, possibly repatriating profits by paying tax would improve our financials rather than plowing them back into the overseas subsidiaries. So these were, the few queries that I had, on the financials of the company. I have noted, the excellent work that the company continues to do both in, in the existing products as well as, the new products. I support all the resolutions, and finally, without forgetting, I must mention that Zubin and his entire team, Safal, Lalit, and everybody have done a great job as always in bringing us together. I wish the entire team at Tatacom all the best, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar.
Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar has not joined the meeting. We can move on to our next shareholder.
Our fifth speaker shareholder is Mr. Bharat Shah.
Mr. Shah, could you kindly unmute your microphone?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
Chairman साहब आवाज आ रही है हमारी?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, sir. 1 minute, sir. माननीय चेयरमैन साहब श्री गणपति जी, MD मिस्टर श्री गणेश जी और सभी उपस्थित माननीय डायरेक्टर्स, आप सभी को मेरा स्मिता शाह का सादर प्रणाम और गुड मॉर्निंग सर। फर्स्ट वन सीएस टीम का आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ। बैलेंस शीट हमारी रिक्वेस्ट के अनुसार भेजी और हमें जो बात करने का मौका दिया। बैलेंस शीट वेरी गुड, फुल इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ ट्रांसपेरेंट बनाई गई और हमें जो लिंक भेजकर बात करने का मौका दिया, सो स्पेशल धन्यवाद मैं सफल जैन को देती हूँ कि हमें हमारे साथ टच में रहकर जो आज एजीएम में जुड़ाने के लिए हमें अच्छा सपोर्ट भी किया। सो वेरी गुड इन्वेस्टर सर्विस के लिए पूरी सीएस टीम का और सफल का भी बहुत बहुत आभार और धन्यवाद। और चेयरमैन साहब, आपको, पूरी बोर्ड टीम और सभी छोटे बड़े एम्प्लॉय सभी की मेहनत और लगन से आज कंपनी का गुड परफॉर्मेंस होने जा रहा है। आपने काफी सारे अवार्ड्स भी प्राप्त किए हैं। सो आपने जो ईटी ग्लोबल लीगल अवार्ड जो प्राप्त किया, सो आपको बहुत बहुत मैं दिल से अभिनंदन देती हूँ। ये आप सबकी मेहनत और जो आपकी मेहनत और हार्डवर्क ये कंपनी में रंग लाई है। सो बस ऐसे ही आप न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ कंपनी को आगे आगे बढ़ाते रहे और हमारा भी ऑलवेज साथ सरकार आपके साथ है। और डिविडेंड के लिए भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और साथ में मेरी एक शेयर होल्डर बैंक के नाते शुभकामनाएं आपको। बस आप सदा स्वस्थ रहे, मस्त रहे, प्रसन्न रहे और ढेरों सारी उन्नति के साथ, नई नई प्रगति के साथ कंपनी को आगे बढ़ाते रहे और फ्यूचर में ईयर बाय ईयर डिविडेंड भी बढ़ाते रहे। यही आशा उम्मीद के साथ हमारी ऑलवेज ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करते हुए बस हमारी हार्टली शुभकामना सदा आपके साथ रहे। और चेयरमैन साहब, पर मैं आशा करती हूँ कि नेक्स्ट ईयर हाइब्रिड फिजिकल एजीएम में रहेंगे हम और आप साथ साथ। तब तक आप सदा हमेशा रहे गुड हेल्थ वेल्थ के साथ। बस इसी के साथ सभी रिजोल्यूशन में मैं स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट करते हुए धन्यवाद करती हूँ। चेयरमैन साहब चालू रखिए, भरत साहब बात करते हैं।
माननीय चेयरमैन श्री, एमडी श्री और अन्य मान्यवर डायरेक्टर सर, मेरा नाम भरत शाह। सर, मैं बरसों से इश्यू टाइम से शेयर होल्डर आपका हूं सर, और आपने आपकी स्पीच में तो सब कुछ बता दिया है सर। तो मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि अपनी कंपनी बहुत अच्छी चल रही है सर, और गुड डिविडेंड सर है सारे, गुड डिविडेंड है सर। अरे सर, बोनस के लिए एक रिक्वेस्ट है, आने वाले साल में जरूर बोनस के लिए मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है। बाकी सारे अवार्ड्स के लिए धन्यवाद। सीएसआर एक्टिविटी भी अच्छी चल रही है सर, और 5 इयर्स के फ्यूचर प्रोग्राम जरूर बताना। और सर, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी उनकी टीम के सफल जैन का मैं बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। बहुत अच्छी सर्विस दे रहे हैं सफल जैन, तो मैं उन सफल जैन का बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। बैलेंस शीट की कॉपी भी मिली है, लिंक भी व्यवस्थित भेजी। बाकी सर, मेरे अपना नेक्स्ट ईयर जरूर सर फिजिकल मीटिंग रखिए, तो आपको रूबरू मिलने का मौका मिलेगा। हाइब्रिड मीटिंग कीजिए। और सर, जुबिन भाई कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को मेरी हार्टली रिक्वेस्ट है कि सर सब टाटा ग्रुप के सब कंपनी सेक्रेटरी सर मिलते हैं, फोन भी करते हैं हमको सर। खाली आपके जुबिन भाई और टाटा कम्युनिकेशन में एक कंप्लेन है कि जुबिन भाई कभी भी रूबरू मिलते नहीं है सर लास्ट 5 ईयर से। तो उनको जरा रूबरू शेयर होल्डर को मिलने का एक मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, तो जरूर हार्टली रिक्वेस्ट है। बाकी आपकी हेल्थ वेल्थ अच्छी रहे, कंपनी बढ़िया प्रगति करे, सारे रिजोल्यूशन में पूरा सपोर्ट है सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम सर।
Thank you. Seventh speaker shareholder is Mr. Jaideep Bakshi.
Mr. Bakshi, could you kindly unmute your microphone? Do switch your camera on if you so desire as well. Mr. Bakshi?
Yes, 1 second. There are so many meetings going on at 1 second. So, sir, the initial speeches was very much nice to hear, and just want to know how we plan to sustain this dividend payout in the coming years and sustain its growth in the digital service, and what are the strategies to reduce our debt. And company plans to expand footprint both nationally and internationally and increase our market share. Kindly share that once. And any risk factors do we foresee because of this global unrest taking place? And thanks to our company secretary for giving the opportunity, and to the entire secretarial team for conducting this video conference in smooth manner. Sir, sorry to be late because there are 3 meetings going on at the same time. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and wish the company all the best in the coming years.
Thank you. Our 8th speaker shareholder is Mrs. Celestine Mascarenhas.
Ms. Mascarenhas, may I request you to kindly unmute your mic?
For Govind Raj and his team for sending me annual report, also giving me this this platform to speak. Thank you very much. Annual report is full of information, information about the pains and good dividend of 2.50, though last year it was more because of that. Congratulations for award and accolades received. And also, I thank you all. I end up because there is simultaneously another meeting. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak. Thank you once again. Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Loud and clear.
am audible now.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you very much. See, 5 meetings at a time to adjust is becoming very, very difficult. But I told that I will definitely attend here. Now, respected Chairman N. Ganpati Subramaniam, MD and CEO Ganesh Lakshmi Narayan, other honorable directors on the board, my dear fellow shareholders in this VC meet, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary, Mr. Zubin Adil Patel, and his team for sending me an annual report, also registering me as a speaker at my request and giving me this platform to speak. Annual report is full of information, facts, figures, self-explanatory, adhering to all the norms of corporate governance. Our working is good, revenues are up, PBT, PAT is also up, and a dividend of rupees 17.50 is very, very good. Good market capitalization, good performance, and sustainability. Congrats for all the awards and accolades. Also, very good CSR work, good ESG and climate changes documented in the annual report. Now, my customers, including 300 of them, are Fortune 500 companies. Any additions made in the last 6 months? How much we have set aside for R&D innovations of the total amount? How much is spent on AI, Gen AI, on cloud and cyber security? We have 66 subsidiaries. Can we, for better operational cost cutting, can we not merge some of them? The board has to take a call. Next one, what will be the capex for the next 3 years for organic and inorganic growth by acquisitions? Do we face any challenges due to Middle East wars, geopolitical and the geopolitical disturbances, currency fluctuations, especially from the supply side? What is our market share and who is the main competitor? Lastly, but not the least, a future roadmap for the next 5 years. Which vertical will be a growth engine along with good margin? With this, thank you very much. I wish my company all the best. I wish you all especially very good health because health is wealth. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Next speaker shareholder is Mr. Aloysius Mascarenas.
Mr. Mascarenas has not joined the meeting. We could move on to our next shareholder.
A 10th speaker shareholder is Mr. Priyank Kothari.
Hello.
Mr. Kothari, please go ahead.
So a very good morning to the chairman and to the CEO, CFO, and the board of directors. So first, I would like to give my regards to Mr. Lakshmi and Mr. Kabir, who have been an instrumental in developing this company. I've been a shareholder for this company since Mr. Lakshmi has joined, and I've been observing and evaluating this company since then. And I've seen the milestones, how this company has progressed over a period of time. And as a shareholder, looking forward to the new team, welcoming all the new members, the new CEO, the CFO, the CTO, and the other people. So, your annual report had a very interesting remark, and as well as I saw in this on the CEO's presentation, was we are now entering the third phase of our company's growth, which is about profitable growth built on relevance, scale, and deeper customer integration. So your presentation gave some insight, but still, as a layman, when we are not a technology background people, can you tell us how do you plan to achieve this in maybe next 5 years? How do you see that this is now the real that we want to tap in? So my second question is regarding some your page 16 and 17. You have spoken about the data and the AI-driven intelligence, where all our products are layered down as our opportunity. However, when I actually started reading more about it into other in the global markets, I realized that there are many other companies. The hyperscalers are already there in this whole fabric business, and they are strongly there. So it's not that the Tata Communication is the only player in such a tough, tight, competitive market. How do you think that we have an edge to win? What is our right that we see that which gives us the right that we can now scale in this space where there are other big players? So last 5 years, we had a start with strong financials, jump from the ROCN point of view. But in last 5 years, we saw our ROCs deteriorated, and I guess the CEO also said that now. Can you give us a broad ballpark area that, as earlier Mr. Kabir used to give us an idea that no, we would be reaching, give us a range where the ROCs would go. So can you give us an idea the next 5 years where do you want to see our company's ROC coming back? So it will give us an idea that what is the kind of work that we want to plan. So I also had read about another sister company, which is Tejas Network, and I'm a shareholder over there also. And I understood that there is a huge change happening in the whole infrastructure layer for the AI and the data center business. And I understand that we are also part of a similar business. So do we think that our infrastructure, which we have laid over the last many years or many decades, would require complete revamp because things are changing very fast in the new era? So I also read that we are putting up going to that 800G. So do you think that all our old cables and the investment that we have made will need to be revamped or redo, or there'll be a huge cost beared for that? So this is broadly my questions, and I support all the resolutions, and I wish to see the new team really showing their capability in the next 5 years. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kothari.
Our next speaker shareholder, number 11, is Mr. Dinesh Bhatia. Mr. Bhatia, please go ahead.
Oh, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Right. फर्स्ट तो चेयरमैन श्री मैं आपको और आपका एंटायर टीम को धन्यवाद कहूँगा, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेसन। आप लोग बहुत बढ़िया मेहनत कर रहे हैं, जिसके कारण आज हमारा कंपनी प्रगति में है। आज हमारा जो शेयर देखेंगे तो 10 रुपये का शेयर जो है मार्केट में 1890 के आसपास कोट हो रहा है। वो आप लोग की मेहनत दिखा रही है, क्योंकि हम जनरली देखते हैं कि मार्केट में जिसका कंपनी का प्रोग्रेस अच्छा है उसका भाव अच्छा ही रहता है। तो हमें बहुत खुशी होती है कि आप लोग बहुत अच्छी तरह से हैंडल कर रहे हैं कंपनी को। खाली मेरा आपको 2-3 सजेशन था कि एक तो सजेशन ये है कि हमारा जो अक्खा साल में जो शेयर का भाव जो है 1323 से नीचे नहीं गया है, और हाईएस्ट में जो हमारा शेयर का भाव 2109 तक गया था। तो अभी हमारा जो 10 रुपये का जो 1800 रुपया 1890 के आसपास चल रहा है, तो आप स्प्लिट कीजिए ना, 2 रुपये का शेयर कीजिए या 5 रुपये का कीजिए। तो क्या है, आप स्प्लिट करेंगे तो हमारे शेयर की संख्या बढ़ेगी, शेयर की संख्या बढ़ेगी, मार्केट में वॉल्यूम बढ़ेगा। तो हमें भी एक तरह का क्या है कि स्प्लिट से मिनी बोनस जैसा हो जाएगा। तो ऐसे भी ये 40 साल है, तो हम 10 साल तक तो रुकना नहीं है कि भाई गोल्डन जुबिली होएगा तभी आप करेंगे। गोल्डन जुबिली में आप भले बोनस देने का करें सोचेंगे, पर अभी मैं आपसे बोनस का रिक्वेस्ट नहीं करता हूँ, पर हो सके तो आप 2 रुपये का या 5 रुपये का शेयर कीजिए तो हमें मिनी बोनस मिलेगा। ऐसे भी आप हमारा जो देखेंगे तो रिजर्व जो है काफी है, लेकिन फिर भी मैं आपको बोनस का सजेस्ट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि हमारा रिजर्व आज जो है हमारा 285 करोड़ के सामने 3162 करोड़ का रिजर्व है, 30 गुना है। तो फिर भी हम आप 10 गुना 10 टाइम मोर देन 10 टाइम्स है, फिर भी हम आपको वो बोनस का नहीं बोले, क्योंकि उसमें हमारी कैपिटल बढ़ जाएंगी, इक्विटी बढ़ जाएगा तो ईपीएस कम हो जाएगा। तो हम आपको ये खास रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, अगला आप बोर्ड की मीटिंग होगा तो उसमें आप ये मेरा सजेशन रखिए कि आप स्प्लिट करने का सोचिए। दूसरा मेरा जो सजेशन था कि आपने कभी विजिट का हमें मौका नहीं मिला है। अगर आपने आगे भी किया हो विजिट तो बात अलग है, पर अभी ये साल हम आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि आप जो विजिट का रखें, और अगर आगे विजिट किया है तो जो आगे जिसको आपने चांस दिया है उसको रिफ्रेश जो हुए मेरे जैसा जिसने आज तक विजिट नहीं किया है उनको प्रेफरेंस दीजिए और विजिट का कोशिश कीजिए। मेरा एक वो भी आपको सजेशन था कि सर हम आपको मिलने का मौका साल में एक दफे मिलता है। मैं मुंबई से दिनेश भाटिया बोलता हूँ। अभी आपको मिलने का हमारा मौका साल का एक दफे का जो है, वो भी आप जो एजीएम जो वीडियो रखेंगे तो हमें तो मौका नहीं मिलेगा। आप ऐसे कहेंगे कि भाई इसमें क्या है कि अब्रोड से सब ठिकाने से लोग अटेंड कर सकता है, तो हमारी उसमें कोई हमारा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि भाई आप वीडियो मत रखो। आप वीडियो और फिजिकल दोनों का जो मिक्स जो है हाइब्रिड मीटिंग रखिए, कि जिससे क्या है, जिसको वीडियो में रहना है वीडियो में रहेंगे, जिसको मेरे माफिक आपको मिलना है वो आपको मिल भी सके। तो अभी आप जो हो सके तो नेक्स्ट मीटिंग हाइब्रिड कीजिए। और एक लास्ट सजेशन था, वो एक था कि आप अभी हमारा मीटिंग में जितने इसमें हमारे जो अटेंड किया है मीटिंग ने, या तो एटलीस्ट जो ज्यादा स्पीकर हो तो स्पीकर लोग को आप एक सेलिब्रेशन कीजिए दिवाली या दशहरा में, और हमको आपको मिलने का मौका दीजिए। मैं हर एक रिजोल्यूशन में सपोर्ट देता हूँ, कंपनी आगे बढ़े ऐसी हमारी मनोकामना है। थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट।
Thank you, sir.
12th speaker is Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Mr. Gupta, if you could kindly unmute your microphone, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can
Hello.
hear you and see you.
Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from Delhi. Actually, I reside in Calcutta, but today I'm in Delhi. So I thanks to our beloved Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji to inspire the people to use the digitization to success is his ambition. And that is ambition is success, so that we are in Mumbai and we are in Delhi, we can talk to you. And sir, thanks to you and your team for excellent result of the company for the year 25-26. And thanks for your our MD's nice presentation, who has covered past, future, past, present, future. But in this regard, I request our MD to kindly left some things to for the shareholder that they can ask you, because we have waited for 1 year that we will ask this question from the MD, but he has covered all things. He has not left for the shareholder in his presentation, so that we request him that kindly left something for the shareholder. And sir, how you will use the AI in the in the Tata communication to grow more and to return more to the employees and the investors. And thanks for your dividend. And what's your future plan to reduce the debts? How you will reduce the debts? And how our overseas business are performing? Kindly throw some highlight. And sir, in last 2 years, I am asking you that kindly give clearance of 5 crore, 10 crore rupees to renovate your Calcutta property at EM bypass. That's a prime property in Calcutta and very exclusive property near to Salt Lake Stadium. So kindly sanction 5 crore, 10 crore rupees to renovate that flats. That flats are very good flats and in a prime location. Kindly consider that. I frequently go there and I stay. My cousins are residing behind that your flats. So that I ask you to kindly renovate. That property belongs to Tatas, but I have never find such type of mismanaged property under the umbrella of Tatas. So kindly look into this matter seriously. And what's your plan for subsidiaries? Kindly throw some highlight for the subsidiaries. And VC meetings should continue. And sir, sometimes I think that either this company belongs to Tatas or not. You will ask me that why I'm asking you. Because company secretary is not following the culture of Tatas in the VC meeting. Because in Tatas, I have attended 16 meetings till yesterday of all 16, and I will attend 21 meeting, all Tata's listed company. But I not, I find that all Tata group companies call the shareholder after got the registration request twice or thrice, that we have got your registration request, we will register your name and we have dispatched the balance sheet, your sequence number is this. But in Tata communication, I find such communication is missing. And there is a lot of communication gap. And last year I have lodged a complaint. You assured me that we will revert back to you. In 365 days, I have not got any response from your end. Such type of services I was not expected under the umbrella of Tata's. That you will not respond a response of a complaint of by investor. This kindly change the culture in Tata Communication if you want to get more success in coming time. I wish to God to give you more success in coming time to take the company on new heights with the help of entire team of management. But kindly ask the secretarial department to keep in touch with the investors. Even that Adani and Reliance, after got the registration, they keep in touch with the investors. Is there any specific question? Do you need hard copy of balance sheet? They ask. But in Tata Communication, only this is the example of Tata company that they do not call any shareholder. Either they call to Mumbai based shareholder, I don't know, so that they are praising to the company secretary. So I can't praise because they always keep partiality in the investors. So kindly do not keep partiality, instruct the secretarial department. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. Our 13th speaker shareholder is Mr. Ashok Subramaniam.
Mr. Subramaniam, we can see you. Can you kindly unmute your microphone and speak?
I'm audible and visible.
Yes, sir.
So, Sarvebhya Namaskaraha, Sri Ganapati Subramaniam and Sri Ganesh Lakshmi Narayan. Vanakkam to both of you. And also special greetings to Mr. Ashok Sinha, because we both superannuated from the same organization. So, and wonderful annual report. At least it gave me a feel that what our company is doing. Okay, when we migrated from VSNL, those days we know that it's only some cable or subsea cables are being operated by VSNL. So I have few points, and I am also a member of Tata Engage, and also I am also a postgraduate in what you call CSR leadership. Under this context, I offered my services to you last year, and you said you will get back to me. Until date, I have not got any communication from you. Kindly look into it. And I look at this thing, and we have the target of net zero by 2035. And since we are not such an energy or manufacturing in specific or industry, I think it's a too pessimistic target. I think we are already having a roadmap. Probably we should be able to clock it much, at least 5 years before that. That's my view. In the same angle, can we propose what is the year-wise target for achieving this net zero and what is the status as on date on each wise? Similarly, the energy intensity target, the roadmap, and can be provided. Second one is whether we have any necessity for us to go for internal carbon funding to take care of any net zero requirements or any carbon security at the future date. And I'm happy to see about your cyber security case studies, the cyber security resilience. And I think one industry basically with critical infrastructure as identified by Government of India, basically the refineries and pipelines. I think oil PSUs is one place where there can be a good business. With which Mr. Sinha in the board, I think you should be able to derive something out of that. And second thing is, I seen that BRSR, that is Business Responsibility and Sustainability, is not there. This is only Tata Group company which is not there. I know it is not less than, is not required as mandatory requirement, but why do we restrict ourselves to the mandatory requirement? We are already doing very well. So why don't we make it as a habit and start doing it? By the time it becomes compulsory, we are already ready. That's one point, sir. And out of 101.79 lakhs individual shareholders, hardly 30-40 people are having an opportunity to speak to you. And they spend their sweet 2-3 hours or even more than that. And they are the good well-wishers of the organization. And they spend time and using. And it's the right time for them to honor them by way of something. And for example, 2 days back was the the chocolate day, whatever it is, that something can be thought about it so that there is an enthusiasm with us also, which is what is being requested in throughout in so many Tata Group AGM. This was a common request is coming up. Now, I recently JLR faced the cyber security issue. Whether we being in that business and in the same group, do we have any arrangement to take care of that? And the last but the least question, the page number 145, sir, there are top 10 equity shareholders mutual fund. I didn't see any Tata Group mutual fund appearing there. So in our own group company, why they are not they are not the top 10 equity share, one among the top 10. With this, I request to consider these points and also thank every each one of you for giving a wonderful opportunity. Wishing you all the best for a safety, all the safety and healthy aspects. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Our 14th speaker shareholder is Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Mr. Naredi, could you kindly unmute your microphone?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, my questions are the digital portfolio which we have has now crossed 50% of our data business, and AI and cloud has become a key strategic theme for us. But investors still do not have sufficient visibility on the economics of these businesses. So, if possible, can you help us understand like what percentage of our digital portfolio revenue now comes specifically from cloud, multi-cloud connectivity, and maybe GPU as a service, and what EBITDA margin profile of these businesses we have compared to our traditional connectivity business? And do you believe that where do you believe that this contribution can realistically reach over the next 3 to 5 years in our revenues? And my second question is, historically, our growth has been linked to enterprise connectivity. And now, today, management speaks about becoming a digital fabric company encompassing cloud, cybersecurity, CPaaS, media, IoT, and AI. Can you quantify how much of our FY26 growth came from cross-selling to existing customers or new customer acquisitions and entirely new platforms? And over the next 5 years, what proportion of our incremental revenue do we expect that will come from businesses that barely existed 5 years ago? My third question is FY26 saw healthy revenue growth, but our PAT remained slightly under pressure because of higher depreciation, finance costs, investments. But as digital businesses becomes a larger share of revenue, should we expect structurally higher EBITDA margins or stable margins with faster growth or continued investments that delay operating leverage? And what financial milestones would indicate that the current investment cycle in AI cloud digital platforms has largely peaked out? So what should we track basically? What milestone should be tracked there? And my last question is 5 years ago, we were largely viewed as a global connectivity company. And 5 years from now, when investors analyze the business, what do you want them to consider as the company's primary identity? Like it should be only connectivity or it should be AI driven. Which business vertical do you believe will create the majority of our shareholder value by FY31? And what milestones should we track annually to measure progress towards that vision? These are my questions, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Prakashini Shenoy.
Ms. Shenoy?
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Loud
please.
and clear.
Thank you, sir. I'm Prakashini Ganesh Chenoy from Bombay. Respected Honorable Chairman, other dignitaries on the board, and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the AGM report well in time, which is colorful, informative, transparent, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank Mr. Patel, Company Secretary, and his team for the same. I should not forget to thank them once again for reminding me of today's meeting, without which I won't be in a position to speak. Thank you once again. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the company and its working in all parameters. Thank you, sir. At the outset, I'm thankful to the board for recommending dividend for the financial year 25-26. I'm also glad to note that the company is doing outstanding work in the field of CSR activities. Congratulations to one and all for receiving various awards and accolades. This shows the hard work and sincerity of each and every staff. Now my question, what is the benefit of the newly acquired Commotion Group? My second question is, what is Tata Communication Edge Distribution Platform? Chairman, sir, last but not the least, My earnest request to you, please continue with VC so that people all over will have an opportunity to express their views. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Mr. Shnai.
Thank you. Our 16th speaker shareholder is Mr. Hariram Chaudhary. We have 10 more after this.
Mr. Chaudhary, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on, and go ahead and speak. Mr. Hariram Chaudhary, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on, and speak?
Now I'm unmuted and I would like to speak.
Speak, sir. Please go ahead.
So, Mr. Chairman, my name is Hariram Chaudhary. I'm speaking to Santa Cruz, Bombay. Mr. Chairman, first of all, I would like to speak on CSR, how much amount is spent, whether this amount is more than 2% of the net profit, and who is the chairman of the CSR committee, and who are the members of the CSR committee. My next suggestion is have a get together of all the speaker shareholders in Mumbai. My third suggestion is that all the future meetings may be in the hybrid form, online as well as physical. High Court is doing that. My own company where I'm a director, we are doing that. And the additional expenditure are negligible. All the future meetings will be held in hybrid form. Whether are we using solar energy, are we using water harvesting. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Hariram Chaudhary.
Mr. Chaudhary.
Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Yusuf Rangwala.
Mr. Rangwala, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on, and speak?
Sir, आपको आवाज आ रही है? Very good
Yes,
morning,
sir.
dynamic chairman. Sir, वणक्कम sir, वणक्कम गोपीनाथ sir, वणक्कम. वणक्कम sir. How are you sir? Sir, वीडियो चालू करने को बोलो ना सर, मेरा वीडियो नहीं चालू हो रहा है. जब वीडियो उनको चालू करने को बोलो ना सब एनडीसी वालों को. Sir, आज board meeting है sir. Today there are 5 meetings, but I am very fond of this company sir. Today marketed 1,800, very good. 10 rupees paid up. आपका annual copy 364 pages. And our company secretary Patel sir, any scheme for remember and so giving me links sir, that is very good. This is a Tata Group communication company sir. Nothing more to it sir. मुझे कुछ पूछना नहीं है सर. प्रीवियस शेयर होल्डर भाटिया साहब को मैं भी करता हूँ. अगर आपका कोई साइट विजिट हो तो आप हमें बुलाना सर. फूलों की खुशबू कलियों की बार और टाटा कम्युनिटी के साथ हमेशा रहे सर. हंसते रहे, मुस्कुराते रहे, फूलों की जैसी कभी कम ना हो सर. वणक्कम सर. थैंक यू सर. जय हिंद सर.
Thank you. Vanakkam, Mr. Rangwala.
18th speaker shareholder is Mr. Jahangir Battiwala.
Mr. Battiwala has not joined the meeting. We could move on to our next shareholder.
Henil Bagadia.
Mr. Bagadia, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on, and speak?
Hello. I hope I'm audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Fortunately, sir, I've also made my questions, but I'll briefly touch upon some of the important questions quickly. So if we actually see the current capex scenario that's happening globally, there's a lot of capex moving towards hyperscalers, AI data centers, etc. So what is the kind of lag that you see before the capex actually comes on the end of the enterprises where they start scaling their digital fabric spends? And in this entire gamut, how do you see Tata Communications and the other industry players benefiting from this? And what will be the opportunity size for our industry, as well as, I mean, if we just carve it out from the IT and ITES industry as whole? So if we see the hybrid cloud transformation is actually happening on a significant basis because there are a lot of enterprises are actually working on the SLMs, and they're also moving the on-prem data to public clouds. And I think so there is where the Tata Communication masters in privacy as well as low latency. So what is the transition that you're seeing from the on-prem data actually going on to hybrid clouds in the next 5 years, given that a lot of companies are also training a lot of aggressive AI models? And how much of the products, existing products that we have in-house is going to serve it, and what kind of tuck-in acquisitions or tie-ups or licensing would you see to complete the entire stack? If we actually see the entire sovereign cloud and the DPDP Act, Gartner has been highlighting that there is a significant surge in the sovereign cloud spending. So, what kind of TAM do you see in India based on the DPDP Act and also based on the processing that has been made mandatory for a lot of Indian data? And what kind of opportunities do you see coming out from this, both from training AI models to hosting data? And since there are a lot of regulations around the political boundaries that the data shouldn't exit the political boundaries, so what kind of compliance checks and other regulations do you see in place? Because we also have got access to the entire infra fiber network. And also, if you could highlight within this, what will be a market share in the data center to data center connectivity and the kind of opportunities coming out here? So if we see the strategy around the agentic GPU as service model, what is the projected target market that you see, and what kind of average TCVs do you see? Because it's a fairly new segment for us. And if you could also differentiate between three different types of GPU as service that is sold in the market right now, that is bare metal, virtual machine, and cluster as service. And within this, we have hosted our Vayu AI Studio on the virtual machine. So, what kind of potential that you see, and based on existing customer POCs, what kind of traction are you actually seeing out there? So we've got a significant advantage compared to some of our peers like AWS or Azure because they are charging heavy data ingress fees versus we've got zero or net zero targets. So what kind of benefits does this give to the customer on an economical level, and how does that benefit us in terms of inquiries and in terms of conversions, especially when we are targeting the Fortune 500 companies? If I actually just see your Vayu AI Studio, it's a VM layer which is got about 20 plus preloaded benchmark LLMs. So what is the cost and engineering savings that happen to the companies when they use Vayu AI Studio versus them developing their own LLMs from scratch? Now, have we made any significant POCs, and is this like the industry best in class model in India for the first time from our company? So if I come to the network part, so I think so we've got a wonderful product that called as Edge Distribution, which we've recently, revealed. And I think so based on the current fiber cuts that's happening, so Cloudflare has faced a lot of downtime during this time because of public internet routing. So how has our POCs actually panned out here, given that we've got physical network and the Edge Distribution just routes it through multiple other networks to prevent, to keep the latency in check and to prevent any downtime. So if you could just give some more understanding out here. So if I see a product called as ISO in the data center to data center connectivity, which is also called self-healing tech. So what are the kind of bottlenecks that we've solved for the customers during these global fiber cuts? And when we actually implement these products with the AI model developers, have they validated our latency claims? And do we see significant wins in sectors other than BFS and TMT where we actually not that strong? If we in the network, if we see the SaaS and the ZTN integration that is around the security, so what kind of POCs that we have, especially when we compare ourselves to the pure play cybersecurity players? And since we've got ownership of the backend physical infra, that's the subsea cables and the data centers, what is the advantage that we have got in the traffic rerouting, as a website uptime in case of any security breaches, and also keeping the latency in check? And what kind of customer reviews and feedback have we got? Because I think so marketing is very important given that we've got most of the products in place. So if we see the thread span product, what is the exact time and engineering that has been saved for the customers, and the kind of proof of concept that we've developed for them? Because this product actually converts the intent into the code, and this is actually very important for industries such as BFSI where regulations keep on coming, or probably on the industrial IoT where the parameters have to be continuously changed. So has been this panning out? Because earlier there used to be temporary patches and fixes which a lot of customers used to do, and I think so it used to actually impact when there were multiple patches and there were contradicting statements across these patches. So if we actually see our recent capex that we've done on the India-Singapore line, that is through the missed capex that we've done, $115 million or we have invested. So is this capex done to train a lot of AI models? Because the India-Singapore connectivity corridor, once it becomes strong, I think so Singapore is deeply connected with the APAC corridor with the US. So so this would actually reduce the latency and help us tap more customers in the US. So is this the reason why we've done this? And also Singapore is one of the largest server in the whole of APAC. So some more understanding out here would help, because we've done this capex after a very, very long time. And what happens to the European piece? Because if we see, the Red Sea is responsible for most of the traffic that goes to Europe, and there were decent amount of fiber cuts and increase in latency. So how do we serve the European customers in the current situation? If I come to the third piece, that is the IoT platform and the connected vehicle platform. So we've got a significant POC that we've developed with JLR, and which was fully live in 2026. So what are the savings that JLR or such other auto OEMs get when there's a single vendor solution versus they have to manage multiple vendors across network operators in different countries and geographies? So what solutions? So what cost savings does Tatacom bring other than the hassle of having to deal with multiple people? So, if we actually see the kind of value-added services that Tata Communication can give, are we also there on the data analysis part? Because I think so, with the increase in technology element in the vehicle, such as ADAS 4.0, no network navigation, infotainment, or multiple such other customized solutions. So does Tata Communication see fixed price contracts here, or do we see a percentage of their recurring revenues that they get from customers, especially when a lot of these OEM players are pushing the over the air updates?
Mr.
And
Bagadia,
also,
we
yes,
do
sir.
have a number of other shareholders awaiting their
So I'll
turn.
just take 2 minutes. I'll just take
Thank you.
less than 2 minutes, and I'll wrap it up. So what kind of subscription, what kind of revenues do you foresee there? And if we actually see the guardrails, because we've got this product, and there's also another group company called Tata Elxsi, which has got a tether platform. Are there any Chinese walls or guardrails, or are there any overlaps, or are there any the things in place where Tata Communication has got a boundary where we can't cross? And are we pursuing a one group, one stop approach, because we've got TCS, we've got Tata Technologies, Tata Communication, and multiple other tech companies in the Tata group? So beyond OTM, where do you see the target market? And have we tried any POCs and have been successful in the fleet management, logistics, or the defense space? So if I come to the Kalera or the commotion, I think so for the last few years, we've incurred a lot of losses in the Kalera part, and we've acquired commotion, and we've also rebranded Kalera in 2025. So with with integration of Kalera and commotion, what kind of synergies do you see, and do you see the road to profitability? So if someone from the finance department can provide me the details of what is the combined acquisition cost plus the losses that we've bared in Kalera, and what kind of turnaround timelines do we see in this current integrated fabric part? So coming to the commotion AI workers that we've launched, so what kind of liability can come to the company like Tata Communication if there is any AI hallucination? We've seen a case in Air Canada where there was an AI hallucination and there was a lawsuit, and still Air Canada had to pay. So if such kind of issues come in future, is the company actually liable? So coming to some of the last leg of questions, just a few ones. So have we actually had any full fabric POCs that we've done with the customers? And if we actually see these full fabric POCs, are we confident to migrate the 5 million customer to the 10 million club? And are we also aiming for the 25 and the 50 million customer clubs? And what are our key capabilities then on the right to win compared to our peers? So coming to gaming, we've not actually seen a lot of customers in the gaming, and we actually require ultra low latency, and also there are a lot of DDoS attacks. So the kind of full stack services that actually goes to the gaming industries, other than the TMT and the BFSI industries that we are very strong at. So coming to STT GDC, actually they are planning for an IPO, and Tata Communication has got a 26% odd stake out there. So what are the plans of the company regarding this particular stake? And also, if we can also give some more understanding with the land bank monetization and the kind of proceeds that will be used, what kind of proceeds does the company plan to retain, the proceeds that the company plans to repay to the shareholders, and also in the proceeds that you retain, what is going to be the debt reduction as well as the acquisitions that you see there? And
Mr.
lastly,
Can we
with
request you to wrap up, please?
yeah, just the last one. So with the 28,000 crore vision that we have in the data segment, that was unveiled a few years back. If you could give some more understanding whether this vision is it possible to achieve the vision, and with 60% digital revenues, given that we have crossed 51% right now. So thank you for the opportunity, and it would be a pleasure to someday, just meet you and have some more understanding of the company.
Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Manas Banerjee.
Mr. Banerjee, could you kindly unmute your microphone? Do switch your camera on and speak.
Good afternoon to everyone, respected chairman, esteemed board members, and fellow shareholders. Myself, Manoj Banerjee, joining this virtual AGM from Kolkata. First of all, I congratulate to the entire management team for delivered a very good result for the financial year 2026. I also thanks the board for rewarding rupees 17.50 per share as dividend to the shareholders. Sir, I have three observations for your kind consideration. Number one, the full year PAT margin eroded from 7% down to 4.2%. At what point do you expect the investment into our digital fabric to yield operational leverage and restore net margins to historic high? My next query, sir, the net debt to EBITDA ratio has notably improved. With this strengthened balance sheet, what are the primary capital expenditure target for FY27 regarding subsea cables and global cloud networks? And my final query, sir, what is the expected timeline for premium AI products to turn accretive to our EBITDA margin? Before I conclude, I extend my gratitude to our Secretariat Department for their excellent investor services. I thank you for patient hearing and wish the company continued success under your leadership. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Speaker number 21 of 26 is Mr. Rajesh Jainani.
Mr. Jainani, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on if you so desire, and go ahead and speak. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, respected Chairman Mr. N. Ganapati Subramaniam ji, MD Ganesh Lakshmi Narayan ji, and a very highly eminent board of directors, fellow shareholders. I am Rajesh Jainani and I am speaking from my residence in Vilaypale West, Mumbai. First of all, I thank our Secretarial Department, Mr. Zubain Adil Patel ji, for sending me the physical copy of the annual report very well on time, sir. It's a 364 pages annual report which is full of facts and figures in place, sir. Everything you have covered, sir. In your opening speech, opening remarks also, sir, you have given a good presentation. Sir, my only request is now I have attended so many Tata meetings, so many, every day. Yesterday also I attended. Now Mr. N. Chandrasekharan is also giving only 3 minutes to speak. And when it's 5 minutes, he tells him, you have completed, you have taken 5 minutes. So people keeping on going, they're not even realizing that other shareholders are in the line. One shareholder is taking 15 minutes, 10 minutes. One is complaining for 5 minutes of Bombay and Calcutta. So what type of this, I don't know the setup of the arrangement is. If they are supposed to give only 3 minutes, they have to speak 3 minutes. You are given the option of sending the questions and queries, sir. If I start, I can also go each and every place, sir. Because this is I'm a very old shareholder of Tata Group, very old shareholder. And this shares, I'm holding it from beginning, sir. So I just waited for it, just I wanted to hold on. Because I was just getting tired of it, sir. So my only thing is, sir, now our price is 1,880. Very good, sir. The performance of the company in Tata Group is fantastic of Tata Communications. So are there any plans of a stock split like what we have done in Tata Power, Tata Steel, like 1 rupee and 2 rupees, like whatever we have split it even in the Tata Motors also we have 2 rupees face value. So something like in 5 rupees or something we can do. If that is my only, just a small suggestion about it. And sir, regarding the reserves and the thing I will not speak, sir, and about the bonus and also we don't want to affect the share capital, but the stock split you can consider. Sir, the secretarial team has done a very good job. So my only suggestion is, sir, next time, whoever is the speaker, just put the number on it. Like, I think my number was 37 yesterday in Tata Motors when Mr. Malay Gupta is there. So I got a call from the secretarial department when the number reached at 33, but they were mentioning the number also of the speaker. So if you can do that, sir, that will be much, much better. Rest, sir, everything is perfect and I just want to wish you, entire board and my shareholders for the coming festivities. और सर आपके लिए इतना ही कहूँगा because we are not meeting physical anymore, sir. So everything is online VC. So यही कहूँगा सर, ना दूर रहने से रिश्ते टूट जाते हैं और ना पास रहने से जुड़ जाते हैं. ये तो एहसास के वो पक्के धागे हैं जो याद करने से और मजबूत हो जाते हैं. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity. And it was just my suggestion and my remarks, sir. It was my suggestion. So there's no complaint. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our 22nd speaker shareholder is Mr. Hiranand Kotwani.
Mr. Kotwani, we can see you. Kindly unmute your microphone and
Namaste,
speak.
namaste. Yeah, namaste. Hiranand Kotwani from Kalyan. I will finish within 1 minute because lot has been spoken, lot has been heard. The cause of concern is the increase in the decrease in the profit. But how company will move ahead for a growth, growth and prosperity. I see the growth eventuality at other end at various geographies and a new innovation. And how will reward the minority shareholder? Because reward has not come from so many years. We are shareholder from Videsh Sanchar Nigam, the Tata company, and this company is good and their compliance, your compliance is good. Let me make it. I criticize. Your balance sheet is well, I have read it. It is great. But how you improve the growth and prosperity? Prosperity here means a profitability and reward to the minority shareholder. Thank you and best wishes from Hiranand Kotwani.
23rd speaker shareholder is Mr. Sunit Bhatt.
Mr. Bhatt, do unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak.
Good afternoon, Chairman Mr. Ganapati Subramaniam sir, Managing Director and CEO Mr. Ganesh Lakshminarayan sir, other distinguished members of the board, key managerial personnel, auditors, and fellow shareholders. I'm Sunit Bhatt from Sirsi, Karnataka, and I'm joining today as a proud speaker shareholder. First and foremost, I want to express my deep satisfaction and gratitude to the entire management team for delivering a resilient financial performance this year, hitting a healthy 7.5% growth in gross revenue at rupees 24,803 crore. I also sincerely thank the board for rewarding the shareholders with a steady dividend of rupees 17.5 per share. It reflects Tata's unwavering commitment to balancing growth and shareholders' value. Sir, it is incredibly encouraging to see that our digital portfolio now accounts for more than half of the data business. However, our profit after tax compressed by nearly 36% this year, primarily due to aggressive capex cycles into next-gen connectivity and enterprise AI. My first question to the management is, could you provide a broad timeline on when we can expect this heavy investment cycle to stabilize? Furthermore, what specific steps are being taken to protect our operating margins in the upcoming quarters while we aggressively scale strategic initiatives such as our AI alliance with Railtel? Moving to our social impact, it's a moment of immense pride that Tata Communications has secured the Golden Peacock Global Award for CSR for the third consecutive year. Project Nani has truly set a benchmark in sustainable water intervention. Given our ambitious mandate to achieve carbon neutrality by 2030 and net zero by 2035, my second question is, how are we integrating these green goals directly into our local CSR programs? Specifically, are there plans to scale Project Nanir or deploy fresh tech-driven environmental interventions in communities adjacent to our key data centers and network hubs? Thank you, Chairman Sir, and the board for this opportunity. I wish the company continued success in the coming financial year.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Next speaker shareholder is Mr. Shashikant Marathi.
Mr. Marathi has not joined the meeting. We could move on to our next shareholder.
Our 25th speaker shareholder is Manoj Bagadia.
Mr. Bagadia, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak?
Hi, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, Chairman, sir, thank you very much for the opportunity. And I really appreciate the Secretary Department for making it very smooth and sending the physical report. Sir, first of all, sir, welcome to Ganesh ji for taking over as a MD and Siddharth ji as taking over as a new CFO, apart from the other senior management team. Sir, I've been a shareholder for the last 14, 15 years, and I have seen the transition from 2011-12 onwards. And every time there has been a change in the management, initially we get bullish about the new things, and somehow it tapers off. I mean, this has been our experience. I'm talking about last 15 years experience. And frankly, so this is the first time after hearing Ganeshji on the call as well as today also, being a non-techie guy, I could understand what the business is all about. I mean, this is the first time in 15 years. So thank you, Ganeshji, for making it simple for people to understand and be clear for the investors of what we should be expecting from the company. So my first question is, if I look at EBITDA, absolute EBITDA for last few years, right? It's been constant, less than 5,000 crores. And I think something needs to change. And I clearly see the focus on profitable growth. So hopefully we should see significant change in EBITDA, absolute EBITDA, first of all. Second thing is, sir, EBITDA margin has come down to almost 19% compared to 20 to 23%. And if you look at our medium-term guidance, we had given 23 to 25% guidance. So just wanted to understand, are we sticking to that guidance, what was given? And what is the plan for achieving for next 2, 3, 4 years? And how do you plan to achieve that? My second question is, sir, about the data center. Although there must be a timeline, right? But can we expedite the timeline before the market fizzles out or the AI craziness fizzles out, and we get the right value? So I hope we can get the money faster than wait for maybe longer term for the IPO. So I'm not sure if you can clarify on the timelines for the IPO for STT data center steel. The other part is the real estate monetization. I mean, there has been a significant real estate that we own, right? If you can give a plan for monetization, because there is significant money that is stuck and it's unproductive money for us. There are a lot of use cases for the money to reduce debt, to pay to investors, to do acquisitions, to invest in new technology, or to do tuck-in acquisitions. So there are multiple. If the money is there in the balance sheet, we can do a lot more things, sir. So I hope there is a plan and we execute it well and get the money into the bank and not stay on the book. So that leads to the my debt question. Debt is almost 9,000 plus crore, and looking at the global volatility, what is there? Is there a plan to reduce it systematically soon by monetizing assets and bring it to a significantly lower levels? If you can give some roadmap on the debt part. So there has been significant synergy with group companies. And if I talk about TCS, then in the global market, there has been a significant synergy for go-to-market on the enterprise business. Somehow we have not seen it. I mean, I'm talking about not 1, 2 years, I'm talking about last 10 years, right? I mean, so is there a synergy, first of all, or it's a misnomer that we understand? And if there is a synergy, why it has not happened and what we are doing it different to get the synergy, because there's a significant synergy. And what I understand is in the global enterprise market, there will be only 3 or 4 credible players, and Tatacom is one of them, because most of the other players would be B2C and B2B and may not have a clear focus like what we have. So the opportunity is huge, and I hope there is a synergy and we can do a lot more on the global markets also. If you can just talk about, sir, the size of the opportunity on the domestic part, because whatever investments are going in data centers. So I'm not just talking about connectivity, but connectivity and all solutions that we have on the digital fabric part. And it seems to be a sizable opportunity. So is there some way you can mention about the size of the opportunity? One thing on the digital business, sir, I mean, we have reached 10,000 plus crore, right? But last year, FY25 losses would have been close to 1,500 crore. I'm not sure what would be the losses in FY26, but if you can talk about on that path to profitability, and in the best case scenario, 2, 3 years, would the margins be significantly higher than the overall company margins? And last one, sir, AI opportunity. Everybody talks about it globally, right? And according to me, as a layman, first thing is internal productivity, right? So how much productivity we have been able to generate, and what's the roadmap internally, first of all? Second thing is in terms of the development and go to market, in terms of your products, platforms, and use cases, that should become much, much faster. And the last one is, with that kind of tools, we should be able to do a lot more outcome based revenue. So if we can talk about AI itself, internal, external, and then the opportunity, what it can be. Again, sir, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Last speaker shareholder is Mr. Shrikant Jhavar.
Mr. Jawar, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak?
सर मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर?
Yes, sir.
गुड आफ्टरनून रेस्पेक्टेड चेयरमैन और बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, सबसे पहले नमस्कार साहब। मेरा नाम श्रीकांत झवर, मैं हैदराबाद से बात कर रहा हूँ सर। और सर आपके चेयरमैन स्पीच और आपका जो प्रेजेंटेशन था पूरा अच्छा बता चुके हैं। तो सर मेरा एक ही क्वेश्चन है सर, अपना स्टॉक स्प्लिट करने का अगर कुछ सोचे तो अच्छा है सर, इसमें लिक्विडिटी बढ़ेगी। और मैं साथ में हमारे सेक्रेटरी टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ जो टाइम पे मैं मेल देने बाद हमको बैलेंस शीट और लिंक प्रोवाइड करे और स्पीकर नंबर भी मेंशन करे। तो मैं सेक्रेटरी टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और इसी तरह वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग रहेगी सर, कोई भी डायरेक्टर शेयर होल्डर अटेंड कर सके सर। और आते सर दशहरे दीपावली की शुभकामनाएं। थैंक यू।
Thank you,
Sir,
Mr. Jawar.
Mr. Gautam Tiwari, speaker number 2, has now joined the meeting, and with your permission, I'd like to invite him to speak.
Yes, please.
Mr. Tiwari, could you kindly unmute your microphone, switch your camera on and speak? So we can see you and...
You can see me and you can listen to me also, no,
Yes,
sir?
sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, in fact, Tata Communication is very much dear to near to our heart, sir. Right from day one, I've been a shareholder of your company. I'm very happy with Ganpati ji, Subramanyam, Ashok Sinha ji, and Lakshmi Narayan ji, and our full management team. The way you have been working, I'm very sure you are going to be the asset for the company and will bring the company to better and greater heights, sir. Mr. Zubin ji, sir, 1 minute, just 1 minute. In fact, I have completed your meeting. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I support all the resolutions. Thank you very much. Hello, sir. Sir, I was busy because all meetings are overlapping, sir. There were so many other meetings also. So, hello, sir. Sir, 1 minute. Yes, sir. Sir, I have already spoken in that meeting. Now, sir, Mr. Jubinji, I would like to say that boy is very good. I have just met him once, and boy is very good, and he is best. But he shouldn't hide himself from meeting the shareholders. Even Riddhi Siddhi, everybody disappears. Only Lalit Dalvi and this time Safal Jain has been meeting the shareholders and has been in contact with the shareholders. Sir, company secretary is supposed to be the direct advice or direct notch between the shareholders and the company. So he should be able to meet the shareholders when at least once in a year for their difficulties. Sir, then I was hearing your speech very comfortably, sir. One person spoke for Bakadia for 25 minutes, another person spoke for 15 minutes. I was not able to understand when it is 3 minutes said. Why so many speakers were speaking for such a long time? Because we were waiting and waiting only. Sir, and then Lalit Davia and Sapal Jain service, investor service, very good. I have already given my questions, sir. I would once again request Mr. Zubinji not to be shy of shareholders and meet them very precisely well, as other shareholders also requested. Sir, thank you for allowing me to speak in front of you on this platform. I am your shareholder right from day one, and a staunch supporter and regular speaker of this. Sir, I would like to know how you are going to get AI benefited for the business of the company, and a wonderful performance of the management team. I congratulate them, all workers, all employees, all executives. They have been doing the best of the job. Sir, and sir, I have already sent my questions, but once again, I would like to mention a few of them. Sir, what is the benefit of new acquisition of commotion? Secondly, sir, what is the CSR spent of the company during FY 25-26 and in Q1 FY 26-27? Sir, what is the NPS score of the company? Sir, what is the diversity ratio of the company? What is the new launch IZO data center dynamic connectivity? Sir, next, what is the benefit of new acquisition of commotion, as you said, and what is the NPS score of the company? what is the gender diversity ratio of the company, and what is the new launch IZO data center uh, dynamic connectivity. Sir, rest all is very good. We are very happy, sir, the way you have explained about the company right from the beginning. I've been watching, although there were 5 meetings going on, but we were there along with your meeting also. And I'm one of the, sir, we have seen how Videsh Sanchar Bhavan was merged with us, and how we have got the land, and you have given that hemisphere technology shares to all the shareholders, and ultimately we have benefited. We have been insisting for a long time. Sir, you have always listened to the shareholder. You have always taken care of the minority shareholders and multiplied and unlocked their wealth and rewarded the shareholders. But we would like you to reward with something else than the dividend. Sir, either you diversify, either you split the share or give some mini bonus in the form of debentures or something like that, so that the shareholders will be more happy, because we have got good wealth. I'm very sure Tata is well known to distribute their wealth to the shareholders and to the society. Well, your CSR activities are very good. Rest all is very good, sir. And once again, I would like to say, investor service, investor care is exceptionally outstanding, and management team is doing the best of their job. And I am one of the happy and proud shareholders of your company, and therefore I am always going to support your company. I will voted all the resolutions favorably. I support all the appointments, and I promise to stay with you and support you wholeheartedly. Sir, at the end, I would like to say only few lines, few things which are very important. Sir, दिन ब दिन डे बाय डे आपकी खुशियां हो जाए डबल, डे बाय डे आपकी खुशियां हो जाए डबल, आप सभी से दूर रहे हर ट्रबल, परमात्मा परमेश्वर रखे आप सभी को सदा सर्वदा फिट, परमात्मा परमेश्वर रखे आप सभी को सदा सर्वदा फिट, और साल का आने वाला हर एक दिन आज सभी के लिए हो सुपरहिट। इसी के साथ सर, फूलों की खुशबू कलियों की बहार, फूलों की खुशबू कलियों की बहार, मौसम की ये खुशनुमा बौछार, ये परमेश्वर आपको दे सफलता बार बार लगातार अपरंपार, मुबारक हो आप में से हर एक को आने वाले सभी त्योहार। इसी के साथ में सर, once again I wish you all the best, and I'm very sure in the coming days we are going to reward shareholders, and you all will have a very happy, joyous and prosperous life. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Here's a grand salute to you all, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari.
Thank you, shareholders, for your questions and views. I now request the chairperson and the managing director and CEO to respond to the queries raised by the shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you. Is mic on? Thanks. Let me start in the sequence at which the questions were asked. Mr. Arun Bopanna, I think you had 4 questions, and 3 of them were related to AI, and 1 was related to return on capital. The first question was around how is Tata Communication going to monetize the AI infrastructure, data center, and AI-led connectivity services. I think, in my speech, I alluded to the fact that AI is going to need a different kind of network. A network which is purpose-built for B2B uses, something which is low latency and predictable latency. AI is going to need an infrastructure which is going to be used for training and inferencing. And AI will need use cases which delivers real outcomes. And your company will continue to invest in all of those 3 layers. We will invest in the network to provide AI-ready network for global enterprises. We have invested in AI Studio and Vayu AI Studio, which not only provides infrastructure, but also the tools that is needed to develop AI use cases. We have invested in the application layer of AI as well with the Commotion investment. We have brought voice AI solutions which are beneficial to enterprises to drive real outcomes. On the AI use of cybersecurity and ethical AI deployment, I would want to point out to my speech again, as attackers use AI as a weapon we use AI as a defense shield. We are leveraging AI for threat detection, incident response, and vulnerability management. We also have an AI-powered SOC, which not only protects our own assets, but also delivers these services to our customers. We have a responsible use of artificial intelligence policy that focus on transparency, fairness, and accountability. On the skill set on AI, we have initiated an AI Academy. It has progressed through structured phases. In phase 1, AI literacy content was made available across the organization. On the phase 2, we are focusing on business and role-specific capability building. We're making sure that the AI learning journey is rolled out to across all the lines of businesses. We have a AI COE which continues to implement AI use cases across the organization. We have an initiative titled AIV, which we do. On the question on ROCE, I alluded to the fact that we will focus on profitable growth in our phase 3, and we will have a disciplined capital allocation approach while we continue to invest in the network infrastructure and the application layers to help our customers to scale their enterprise AI. We'll also make sure that we continue to improve our utilization, enhancing customer value and sustainable input. We will have a balanced capital allocation. Thank you, Mr. Arun, for your questions. Go ahead. Mr. Vinay, you had 4 questions as well. The first question was around your cost of borrowing. As a part of our restructuring, we have increased our investments in subsidiaries, leading to higher standalone borrowing and interest costs, with the company's standalone weighted average cost of capital marginally increased to 6.04 from 5.95. However, our consolidated borrowing costs remain stable because the efficient capital allocation and financial management. We continue to actively manage funding costs by optimizing its borrowing mix, monitoring the marketing conditions, and employing hedging strategies to mitigate the interest rate risk. You had a question about the USA revenue. I think the growth in the USA revenue is driven by increased business from our existing customers, as well as our new logos acquisitions we have done through a year. The new acquisitions we have done on CPaaS and our Switch Media, that's resulting in our revenue going up in the US market. Your question on subsidiaries and joint ventures, we will continue to evaluate the capital allocation and cash deployment at the consolidated level to support the future capital investment plans. Cash management, we manage it centrally. We want to make sure that we effectively funding the capital expenditures and working capital requirements. The entities in the Tata Communication Group has access to future resources of its subsidiaries and allocates funds based on individual business needs. This enables efficient utilization of capital and overall cost of borrowing. Ms. Smita Shah and Bharat Shah, answering your 3 questions. Thank you for your kind words and wishes on your congratulating us on the ET Global Award. On the bonus issue, at present there are no proposals before the board. The company will make necessary disclosures as and when such matters are proposed. You asked about the 5-year plan for the company. I had outlined in my first investor call that we will focus in the near to short term on the profitable growth, and I will outline along with our CFO our longer term plan after 6 months of we taking over. So please expect us to do that in the November-December timeframe. Mrs. Mascarenas, you had a lot of questions, and let me start with the R&D one. Our innovation and R&D efforts are a mix of internal and external efforts. We work on new product development. We have an innovation lab where we work on future technologies. We also partner with the ecosystem of colleges and universities. So it's a ongoing passion for us, and we continue to balance it using our own internal resources and the ecosystem. Your question on CapEx, what will be the CapEx for the next 3 years, organic and inorganic growth? I mentioned that we will be disciplined about our capital allocation. We will continue to invest prudently in the network layer, in the infrastructure layer, and in the application layer. We are investing in new opportunities as the ISO multi-cloud connect, our DC to DC connectivity, and software platforms such as our Vayu AI cloud and ThreatSpan. We expect for the CapEx for the next 3 years to be in the range of 9 to 10% of our revenue. You had a question on how much amount are we spending on AI, Gen AI, and cloud. Investment in AI related businesses during the year was around $75 million. You had a question on geopolitical tensions and US tariff. We are monitoring the macroeconomic and geopolitical conditions very closely. At present, the impact of US tariff policies on Tata Communications remains limited. What are the competitors of the company and what is the market share of the company? I think we are uniquely positioned. We are a global company with 60% of our resources, revenues coming from outside of India. We have a portfolio business where more than half of our business comes from non-connectivity. We are a true B2B player among a lot of our peer groups who are also operating B2C network. So it's very difficult to compare us with one competition. We serve today 300 of the 500 global Fortune companies. At least from my side, I would like to make sure that we get an opportunity to serve every one of the top global enterprises in the world. That's how we would love to measure the market share. You had a question of merging subsidiaries and saving cost. We continuously evaluate and optimize our group structure through various restructuring activities. This year too, the company has taken several restructuring initiatives of subsidiary companies, and that we have disclosed to stock exchanges. Mr. Priyank Kothari, you had a question on the third phase on profitable growth. I think in this phase, we mentioned that we have made the inorganic acquisitions. We want to get the operating leverage. We want to focus with emphasis on EBITDA growth. We want to continue our revenue growth in our network business, leverage the investments we have made in the infrastructure business, and expand our revenue from the platforms we have created. You had a question on data and AI is increasingly shaping the future of the technology industry. What is the company's strategies to establish a competitive position and drive growth in this area? We have a very, very unique set of assets. We operate the largest wholly owned subsea cable network. It carries more than 35% of the global internet across 190 countries. We support mobile connectivity across 170 countries through 600 plus MNO relationships. I mentioned we have a global GTM which serves 300 of the Fortune 500 companies. Our investments in network, our continued investments in the infrastructure side, and our focus on creating software platforms I think it gives us a unique edge in this competition. As the company progresses with this 800G under cable network, what level of capex is expected on this initiative? Additionally, will the existing infrastructure be upgraded? I mean, you're constantly looking at the undersea cable, making sure that we can use them effectively. It's a gradual cycle. As the cable comes up for revamp, we will spend on the replacement. This is business as usual. It also includes our renewal capex. We don't have to build the entire systems on your own. We can actually participate in consortium, long-term leases when it comes to fiber capacity. Our focus on strengthening the lead as the biggest subsea cable provider will continue. Mr. Manoj Gupta, how is the company using AI for its growth? The Tata Communications, I mentioned that we are leveraging it as a growth driver for providing the network enterprise AI is going to need. We are investing in the infrastructure which the enterprise are going to need for their AI needs, and we are investing in the application layer through acquisition like Commotion. You had a question on the future plan for reducing debt. We continue to actively manage the funding cost by optimizing the borrowing mix, monitoring the market conditions, and employing hedging strategies to mitigate interest rate risk. You had a question about the overseas business of the company. It is performing very, very strongly. As I mentioned that 60% of our revenue comes outside of India. We see interesting growth drivers across the US market, APAC and Europe. In my first 100 days, I've already met 100 customers, more than 100 customers across these 3 continents. Our positioning as a global B2B brand, which provides trusted network and infrastructure, which can help them to scale their enterprise AI, is well appreciated by these customers. I've already answered the subsidiary question you had asked, so I'm going to skip that. Target net zero, Mr. Ashok Subramanian, you had a question on addressing target net zero by 2025. We have made significant efforts on our climate action journey. We have a structured approach towards net zero of 2035. We want to make sure that we rolled out our supply chain climate action framework to engage responsible suppliers as well, and has engaged 364 of its top emission contributors through capacity building session. We have achieved 35% reduction in scope 1 and 2 emissions. We have increased our renewable energy share to 42% with 8.91 MU from new renewable projects. We've executed 171 energy efficient projects, saving 9 million kilowatts hour. And we have also registered for the Smart Cook Stoves carbon offset project under the Veraz VCs and have generated carbon credits of close to 100,000 tons. We have also achieved leadership score of A in climate change and supplier engagement ratings for 2026. Mr. Ravi Bagadia, you had lots of questions. I'm going to try to address almost all of them. What percentage of digital product revenue now comes specifically from cloud, AI cloud, multi-cloud connectivity, and GPU as a service? We talked about the digital portfolio contributing to 50% of the data services business. We really does not currently disclose the detailed revenue split between cloud, AI cloud, and multi-cloud connectivity. You had a question on FY26 growth. How much has come from existing customers, new customers, and entirely new platforms, and what is our 5-year plan for the incremental revenue to expect from the businesses, which barely existed 5 years ago. We have not disclosed a qualitative breakdown of FY26 growth between cross-selling to existing customers, new customer acquisition, but the growth is increasingly being driven by digital services such as cloud, cybersecurity, IoT, CPaaS, the media business, and the AI-enabled solutions. Our strategic objective is to drive a bit positive, profitable growth. We want to increase the contribution of these digital and platform-led businesses. At this point of time, I don't have a formal 5-year revenue mix guidance of these portfolios, but we want this percentage of digital business to increase in our portfolio mix. You had a question, as digital businesses become a larger share of revenue, what will be the impact on our financial metrics, EBITDA margin, faster growth, or will we continue to invest and delay the operating leverage? In the presentation, we talked about the third phase of our company being about profitable growth. I think as digital revenue grows faster and the operating leverage kick in, we should expect accelerated growth in our EBITDA. You had a question about 5 years ago, Tata Communication was largely viewed as a global connectivity company. 5 years from now, how should customers and investors should view the company? I mentioned that we will come back with a 5-year vision for the business after 6 months of our journey between me and Sid. I think the unique positioning we have as a B2B only Comtech player, the portfolio we have built, where more than 50% of our revenue today comes from digital businesses. The fact that we have a very, very high NPS of 83%, which means that we have deep, trusted relationship. I think our aspiration should be to become the global operating backbone for enterprise AI to scale. I think that's where we are headed. The ingredients are there. We will come back after 6 months on how we are going to achieve this vision. Mr. Shana, you had questions about the Commotion acquisition. Commotion is a very, very important addition to our capability. It brings AI solutioning capability, which goes very well with the infrastructure and the connectivity layers we already have. We are working with multiple companies today to offer AI solutions built by Commotion. One of the important things it does, it orchestrates intelligent, real-time interactions and streamline engagement across digital touchpoints. You had a question about the edge distribution platform. The edge distribution platform is a very, very important innovation in our portfolio. It helps companies like banks to reduce the total cost of their infrastructure by making sure the amount they are spending on egress costs, CDN, security firewalls across multiple hybrid environments can now be simplified into one single platform. It is a big improvement in the way customers will access cloud and use those facilities. And in my conversations with CIOs, they say 40% of their spend, IT spend, is on cloud, and it's going up 40% year over year. I think the edge distribution platform gives them the flexibility, the efficiency, and the neutrality they will need in accessing the cloud. Mr. Chowdhury, you had asked about the CSR spend. How much of the amount we spent on CSR, is it more than the 2% of net profit? Your company has spent 20.37 crores on CSR activities on a standalone basis during the year. That is 0.3 crores more than the 2% net profits. And as in the CSR committee, we have Mr. Ashok Sinha is the chairman of the committee. and Mr. Jagdish Rao and Mr. Sujit Verma are members of the committee. Ms. Hari Bagadia, I'm going to try and address a lot of questions you asked. I've already addressed the benefit from AI and digital fabric. I think the 3 layers of products we have built on network, infrastructure, and solutions is going to help us with customers as they scale their enterprise AI. We will be there to serve them. You had a question on Red Sea disruption. While the Red Sea disruption have had a marginal impact on our new order bookings and service commissioning, they've also created opportunities. I think the ISO DC to DC community product we have launched, it offers self-resilience, and we offer multiple routes for connecting data centers across East and West. We have a subsea route, we have a terrestrial route, we have multiple terrestrial routes, and we also have a satellite route. And the whole product brings self-resiliency by identifying any potential risks in any of the route and switching the route so that the customers can get predicted latency. So I think it's also created opportunities for us. You had asked about our share in the data center business. We are not directly in the data center business. As you know, your company holds 26% stake in the STT GDC data center business, which runs data centers. What is the potential we are looking at in terms of Vayu AI Studio? I think Vayu AI Studio is a software platform which helps our customers to build AI solutions. They can use any AI model they wish to choose. They can use infrastructure from us or somebody else. And I think as more and more purpose-built LLMs and open source LLMs are being used for driving real value from AI, it helps companies to use enterprise data and purpose-built LLMs with small LLMs to get real ROI. We are super excited about the Vayu AI Studio. You will hear from us more on this product. I've already addressed the edge distribution. We are working with multiple BFSI companies, and we've got big plans to scale this product. On the latency claims, I think the purpose-built network, the B2B network, which carries only enterprise traffic in our cable systems, it giving us an edge in showcasing our latency claims. People come to us as the most preferred partner for connecting data centers across East and West, and it's getting validated by the increased growth in our next-gen connectivity products, which is growing more than 24%, as we talked about in the last call. You had asked a very technical question on traffic rerouting. I think the traffic rerouting, it improves network resilience by automatically redirecting data through alternate paths. And by having deterministic paths, we also make sure that customers can expect the latency when the traffic goes through alternate paths. I think the ISO dynamic DC to DC connectivity product has been a big success with our global customers as they connect more from their Western data centers to East. This product offers them, predictable routing. You had asked question about our missed corridor investment. I think we talked about our strength in subsea cable and the need for more east-west traffic as AI takes over most of the data traffic. Data center to data center connectivity, which we call the east-west traffic, is going to become a significant percentage of this growth. And data centers are coming up in India. Data centers are coming up in Malaysia. And our customers across Europe and US need reliable connectivity through predictable routes. And wherever we see that there is an opportunity to increase our strength, we are investing in them. The Mumbai-Singapore route and the Chennai-Singapore route is super critical for us to serve the customers, the global customers. That's why we have invested in that. What is the customer feedback on the range of products that are being offered? I think, our NPS score of 83 is a true testament on the value our customers place on our products and services. You had a question of Kalera and Commotion as an integration. I think it's the best thing we have done. You will see more products and solutions from Commotion which leverages the communication platform. So for example, for one of the biggest automotive company, we have launched an agentic AI solution which helps them to reach customers who have inquired about their products, qualify the leads, which has resulted in 30% improvement in their conversion rate. We are deploying AI agents use cases in hospitality sector for room bookings. And you'll see some very interesting use cases from us being launched in the coming months, which leverages AI agent capability in communicating to end consumer across multiple channels, voice, SMS, WhatsApp. It brings together the capability we got from Kalera and the AI platform which we got from Commotion. Now come to Ms. Banerjee. You had questions on the future plan of the company. I had already outlined that in the near to short term, we are going to focus on EBITDA growth, profitable growth. And in the 6 months from now, in November, December, we will outline the 5-year plan. What is the cost of primary capex for subsea cables? For the 2 investments we have recently announced, we are investing close to $150 million over the next few years. You had got a question about the PAT margin year-over-year decline. It's primarily due to some of the strategic business investments we made in FY26 and some of the real estate monetization benefits which happened in the previous year. Comes to the next set of questions. When would we expect the investments to stabilize? I talked about disciplined capital allocation. We see big opportunities as enterprise companies scale their AI for us to serve them. We will make sure that we balance the operating leverage discipline we have to get from the past investments and continue to look for new areas to invest. Any plans to scale Project Nanir? Yes, Project Nanir is being adopted by other major organizations. Other projects have taken up similar projects in their campus. How are we integrating green goals of the company into local CSR plans? Our CSR strategy is closely aligned with companies' environmental priorities. We have adopted an integrated approach. Our CSR initiatives really support our sustainability agenda. We are focusing on community-based carbon offsets, water conservation, biodiversity, and environmental awareness programs. And you had a question about the operating margins in the upcoming quarter. The company does not provide future guidance. That's all the questions I have. Yeah, one more? Okay. Mr. Manoj Bagadia, you had the question on company to improve EBITDA. The EBITDA, as I mentioned in my PPT, we invested in new capabilities which diversified our portfolio. That brought the EBITDA slightly down. I think as the operating leverage kick in the near to short term, we will focus on growing the absolute EBITDA of the company. On the data center side, you had asked a question of the timing of monetization, IPO and things. STT is continuing to evaluate strategic options and we expect the board of STT to take the decision on this timing. You had asked about the reducing debt of the company. We continue to actively manage the funding cost by optimizing our borrowing mix, monitoring the market conditions, and employing the hedging strategies to mitigate the interest risks. You were asked a question about global markets. I think, I mentioned that 60% of our revenue comes from international markets. As international companies use the eastern side to scale their enterprise AI, as they put up data centers here, and they look for infrastructure, diversity, and resilience, I think we are best positioned to serve those needs because of our natural strengths. The cable capacity we have, the infrastructure investments we have made, and the superior customer service we are providing, which is reflected in our NPS. Connectivity and solutions for digital fabric. What is the size of this opportunity on the domestic front? I think the India market is super critical for us. I think the front end of India has been digitized. If you look at what we do online today, we order pizza online, we order medicine online, we order shoes online, we can trade stocks online. But the back end of India and similar countries is not digitized. During COVID time, we could track the pizza we ordered, but we didn't know where oxygen cylinders were. I think there is a big opportunity in digitizing the back end of the country, supply chains, factories, warehouses. The investment we have made in IoT, in 5G, in connectivity, I think it should help us to digitize the back end of India. And we have a big role to play, and I'm really looking forward to this growth. You had mentioned about digital business. What is the plan for the company to achieve profits? The company has improved profitability and margins of the digital business in the Q4 quarter. We had the lowest losses in Q4. We are increasing the mix of platforms in that digital portfolio. Our next-gen connectivity platforms like the multi-cloud connect, the DC to DC connectivity are important parts of increasing the profit mix of this business. Our goal will be to make sure that we continue to improve the profitability of the digital business and get to break even at the soonest. Thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh, for responding to the queries from the shareholders. In case any shareholder requires any further clarifications or has any more questions, they may write to the corporate secretarial team at investor.relations@tatacommunications.com. The 15-minute period for e-voting is now open. I request shareholders who have not cast their votes to please cast them now. I request Mr. N.G. Subramaniam to close the meeting with a vote of thanks.
Thank you, shareholders, for joining the annual general meeting of your company today and sharing your inputs, insights, and queries. And as you can see that, Mr. Ganesh Lakshminarayan, your CEO, has answered most of your questions. And if there are anything that in which you would like to have further clarifications, please do connect with our company secretary, and then we will do the needful. And I take this opportunity to wish you all well for the future. And given the monsoons in Mumbai and rest of India, please do take care, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.